Hi, my name is Joe, and welcome to another short edition of Joe's Technology. This is another unfortunate one, because I was kind of hoping not to ever have to make one of these again. In a previous video, I had talked about problems with trusting the combo deals at NewEgg.com. So let's go to NewEgg and see if anything has changed. I have a feeling that they haven't, and I'll show you why. Just to make sure that NewEgg was aware of the issue, I went and I posted a link to my YouTube video on their Facebook page. I figured somebody would see that and say, we put together our combo with the wrong parts. How could we do that? Let's fix that. And if you recall, I was looking at a Gigabyte bricks, specifically the little Celeron, because it was only $122. So here, let's take a look and see whether or not anything has changed. So we'll say lowest price. The little Celeron floats to the bottom because it's the little 122 unit. This is very attractive to me because it features space for a 2.5-inch hard drive. Most bricks units are so small that they actually only have space for SATA devices. SSDs are pretty much all she wrote on those other devices. But these thicker ones have space for 2.5-inch hard drives. Specifically, they have SATA 2 connectors on them. So, you're only going to get 3 gigabits out of these things. It comes out to like 300 megs per second. And then here's what I wanted to look at. Now, in the video that I was looking at, the messed up combo, that combo was $200. Well, you notice we don't see that combo in the lineup, but we see another combo for this exact same bricks, and this one's $233 instead of 4 gigabytes of RAM for the, as we saw with the previous combo. This one has 8. So let's see if NewEgg got anything right this time. Alright, well, again, we have our typical little device, so it's our bare-bone mini PC. Motherboard, video, sound, networking, everything is included with the exception of memory and hard drive. You add those yourself, and that's the purpose of this combo, is to give you everything you need to put the computer together. But right off the bat, I sit here and I look at this and I see SATA 6 gigabit. What the heck? So now, just so you don't think I'm making this up, if you haven't seen the previous video, here, let's take a look at the specifications. Gigabyte is very proud, and rightly so, of the specifications for their devices, and so they list everything here, and so there's no confusion as to what you should buy in order to populate this. And this is a great little PC. It's not very expensive. I already have one bricks already. I'm thinking of buying another because the build quality was so good. And here it's very, very clear. There's space for one serial ATA drive, and it has a 3 gigabit interface. Alright, so if there's only room for one, and that's pretty much all she wrote, why are we being offered in our combo a 6 gigabit interface? Well, only NewEgg knows that. But here's the sad part. And NewEgg, I don't know why you would do this. NewEgg cannot guarantee the compatibility of combo items. So, if you buy a combo here, you're really rolling the dice. I was shocked. I can't believe that they would do this. Why would you even bother to put up the combo if whoever it was didn't even bother to read the manufacturers? I mean, you've even got it on the website. Just read it. How hard is it to find one of these hard drives here? I'll demonstrate. Not very hard at all. So say, for example, we want to get the right hard drive. So we just go here to Computer Hardware, Hard Drives. Hopefully somebody at NewEgg is paying attention. Alright, so we have all these different storage options. Hard drive is what we're looking for. Because this is a 2.5-inch hard drive, it's lumped into the laptop category, since by and large most 2.5-inch hard drives normally go to laptops. As you can see, we have a wide variety. However, our chief limiting factor initially is size. So we say 2.5-inch only. So that limits the field a little bit. Then our second limiting factor is our interface, which we happen to know is 3 gigabits. This would, if you're familiar with the different SATA interfaces, the 3 gigabit interface is also known as SATA 2 or SATA Revision 2. whereas 6 gigabits would be SATA 3 or SATA revision 3. This is significant because you'll pay more money if you get the 6 gigabit one, and your drive will simply it will transfer data to you at half the speed that it's capable of, because your SATA 2 interface just can't take the data any faster. It wasn't designed for it. So why it's part of this combo? I have some ideas, but I'll keep them to myself. Only NewEgg could say for sure why they would do something this silly. Alright, so did we click it? No. So we'll hit that little interface, and presto, we have all kinds of hard drives available. And here, matter of fact, we'll even pick one of the exact same price as was shown in our combo. So they were saying a Western Digital Blue. Western Digital is a good brand. This is not a bad hard drive, it's just the wrong hard drive for this computer. And so they're looking at a $49 unit. So we can scroll through here, and for $49, oh look, we can get a nice Samsung. Samsung's a brand that I happen to have had a lot of luck with. Or if you want, you can go with WL, which is white label. These are OEM drives that normally come put into devices, and users don't see them. So if you're willing to go off brand name, you can get a bigger drive. From what I understand, they work very well. I've never used them. Well, although this one only has 1 egg. Of course, only one person provided feedback. Whereas the Samsung 64, and it's got a 4 egg showing here. They're very good drives. This is the one that I would pick for the exact same price. Oh, and notice also, by picking the right hard drive, we get the same level of cache, which is 8 megabytes, 5400 RPM, so it's the same velocity for rotational velocity, and 500 gigabytes. It's bigger than what we're being offered here. So here, this one's only 320. Same speed, same cache, but by getting the correct hard drive, we're not paying for an interface that our computer doesn't have. Again, you know, I don't know why, NewEgg. Now let's take a look at our memory option for the combo unit. Now we know that by looking here, we can see that the memory should be DDR3, and it should run at 1333 megahertz, and it should be 1.35 volts. So what did they offer us? Well, it is 1.35 volts, but that's not 1333. That's 1600. So again, it's wrong. Sure, some people may say, well, you could just jam it in there and it'll, you know, maybe it'll work. Well, again, as I mentioned in the previous video, if you put in the memory that your unit was not designed for, you're rolling the dice. Maybe it'll work. Maybe it'll gracefully downgrade. Maybe it won't. I would much rather, this is just me, buy the memory for my device that the manufacturer said I should. You know, the right voltage, the right speed. Again, this is not very hard to look up. So we'll go to NewEgg's own site. Again, NewEgg, please pay attention. So we can just go over here, choose memory. Now we know by looking here that we're looking for a 204-pin SODIMM. This is basically laptop memory, but as a small form factor PC, they use them too. And notice it says only one. There's some bricks units that allow for dual SODIMMs, but this one only has space for a single SODIMM. So if we want to find the equivalent, the correct one, of the correct type, we have to look for a single 8 gigabyte stick. I've been dealing with computers for a while, you can tell. Alright, now since it's normally used with laptops, it's lumped in the laptop memory category, even though in this case we're using a desktop. So we picked 204 pins, and that limits our results. And then our next limiting factor would be the voltage, which is 1.35 volts. And then we can scroll down here, and 1333 is what we want for our bus for the memory, how fast it communicates. And as you can see, our playing field got limited to, there are 17 products that are listed. But we want to find the equivalent, which would be a single 8 gigabyte stick. And there's only 3 that are the right voltage, the right speed, and the equivalent capacity. So again, here's G-Skill. G-Skill is a good brand. There's nothing wrong with G-Skill. It's just that the G-Skill memory that they were offering in the combo was not designed for that computer. Crucial, Corsair, they're also both good brands. You can pick whichever one you want. They come with some minor differences, you know. To be honest, you probably in day-to-day applications, especially on a Celeron computer, are not going to notice the difference. So feel free to go with the cheapest one if you want. Personally, I have a soft spot for Corsair. I've always had very good luck with it. It's not that it's any better, I've just never had one die on me. So I've been very, very happy. So if it were me, I'd spend a couple of dollars extra and get the Corsair memory. Now these units are not much more expensive than the $76.99 that they were offering us here. But for a few dollars more, you get the correct memory that's designed for this computer. And what I don't get is that in my previous video where I highlighted NewEgg combo mistakes, it was this exact same bricks. And like I said, I even posted on their Facebook page. I'm sure they saw it. And they put together another combo around the exact same bricks, and it's wrong again. And it's wrong on both the memory and the hard drive. Oh, NewEgg, come on. I like you. I buy stuff from you. I buy a lot of stuff from you. I recommend you, but I don't recommend your combos. And I have no idea what it is that's going on over there. I mean, come on. Just read the specification. Even an intern, you know, that just got there day one should be able to match up the numbers. 1333 memory with the 1333 spec. 1.35 volts, you know, 2.5 inch hard drive, you know, with SATA 3, you know, 3 gigabit, you know, the SATA 2.0. It shouldn't be that hard. Beware. Be very wary of NewEgg combos. I like NewEgg. I think they offer some great products, but whoever's putting together the combos has no idea what they're doing. Don't buy the combos without at least reading to see if they're compatible, because remember, NewEgg does not stand behind the compatibility of these combo items, and you'll get hit with a restocking fee. So beware.